between President Trump and South Africa's President Ramaphosa. The president using the term genocide about white farmers in South Africa. President Trump said he has heard thousands of stories of white farmers losing their land and their lives. So here's how the president of South Africa responded to that meeting.
Our government policy is completely against what he was saying, even in the parliament. And they're a small minority party, which is allowed to exist in terms of our constitution.
But you do allow them to take land.
No.
You do allow them to take land.
Nobody can
take land. And
take
then when
land.
they take the land, they kill the white farmer. And when they kill the white farmer, nothing happens to them.
No, there is
Nothing happens to them.
There is criminality in our country. People who do get killed, unfortunately through criminal activity, are not only white people. Majority of them are black people. And we have now been utilized.
The farmers are not black.
So that moment playing out after President Donald Trump directed his staff to then dim the lights and play this video you're seeing here about allegations of violence against white South Africans. The moment also comes after the U.S. granted 59 white Afrikaners refugee status. So let's go live now to CBS News White House reporter Aaron Navarro. So Aaron, we're learning a lot more about the video that was played there in the Oval Office. The President of the United States claims that the proof is in the video. So what do you know about what's in the video?
Reed, our CBS confirmed unit took a look at that video, and there are some interesting things they found. One, there was a portion of that video that showed social media video of white crosses lining the roadside, and President Trump as well as Elon Musk in the past have claimed that those white crosses represent every white farmer in South Africa that has been killed. And the truth, in 2020 there was a protest to a couple, a white South African couple who was murdered, but that the crosses, the protesters said, represent all farm workers that have been killed regardless of race, and it does not represent the total number of deaths either. Also in that video shown by the White House, there are many clips of Julius Malema, who is an assemblyman who the president of South Africa said represents a, quote, small minority party, represents a communist party in South Africa, as the leaders there have tried to distance themselves as much as they can and denounce the views of Malema that were expressed in that video. But just overall context, President Trump, Elon Musk, others have called it a genocide of what's happening to white South Africans. In actuality, just 36 of the murders in South Africa in 2024 were related to farming and agriculture, with many of them being farm employees who, according to local reports, are traditionally actually black South Africans themselves.
All right. So, going into that meeting, the president of South Africa was very clear in his statements to the media that he wanted to talk about trade. It was very clear once the meeting started that the president wanted to keep the topic on what you and I are talking about right here. Did they get anywhere on trade?
Well, President Ramaphosa definitely tried. That was definitely the focus that he wanted to take. He even had one of his guests of the delegation, a businessman known by President Trump, Johan Rupert, talk about the need for Starlink, make a direct appeal to Elon Musk, a South African native who was in the room, saying, we need your technology, we need Starlink in our own police stations. There is, of course, zooming out, a 30%, quote, reciprocal tariff looming on South Africa from the United States after that 90-day pause expires in July. So that was definitely top of mind. But if you saw that Oval Office meeting, it definitely was geared not just towards the deaths of white farmers, but in particular a recent law passed in South Africa that allows the government to take control of land for public use, which the South African president said is meant to kind of rectify the inequalities during the peak of apartheid, but certainly is something that President Trump has zeroed in on, claiming that there has been many acres of land taken, though the president of South Africa said to his face, no land has been taken so far.
CBS News White House reporter Aaron Navarro, always great to talk to you. Have a great day there in our nation's capital. Well,